Assalamu alaikum, my dear student. How are you? I hope you will fine. Now today our lecture it is double integral over known rectangular region. Student, when plane regions can be extremely complex, so our study of double integral with two basic types of region, which we will say type 1 and type 2 region. So when we applying the theorem says that if R is a type 1 region on which when function f of xy is continuous, then double integral R f of xy into dA, integral from a to b, integral from g1 of x, g2 of x, f of xy into dy into dx. And type 2 region, if R is a type 2 region on which f of xy is continuous, then f of xy double integral R f of xy into dA, which is equals to integral from c to d and integral from h1y of h2 of y f of xy into dx into dy. So student, it is type 1 region and type 2 region. How can we distinguish between them? So if you consider here dy multiplying by the function, it means it is a limit of y and it is a limit of x. So type 1 region is when the limit of y in terms of x variable and the limit of x is constant. That's why this type of integral is called type 1 region. Now type 2 region, if the function multiplying by dx and the variable, the limit of x is h1y of h2y represent here, it means the limit of x in terms of y and the limit of y is constant. That's why we call it type 2 region. With the help of type 1 region, with the help of diagram, we will consider this curve is called g1 of x. A plane region is said to be of type 1 region when it is bounded on the left, when it is bounded on the left, and when it is bounded on the right hand side, we will say AB. This is the limit of x is equals to A and x is equals to B. Both are constant. And it is bounded below, above and above by continuous curve. It is below and it is above. So it means y is equals to g1 of x, y is equals to g2 of x. It means y, the limit of y is the function of y is the variable in the limit of y is in terms of x. This is called type 1 region. So now if we consider type 2 region, how can we consider with the help of diagram? So we will consider a plane region R is said to be type 2 region when it is bounded below and above horizontal line. This is called horizontal line, below and above. It means it is a limit of y from c to d. Both are constant, but the limit of x is, it is left and right. Both are bounded on the left and right by continuous curves. It is a curve x is equals to h2 of y, it is x is equals to h1 of y. It means the limit of x in terms of y variable. That's why we call it type 2 region. So after understanding which one is called type 1 region and type 2 region, we will applying an application. So write an application and identify which application is called type 1 region and type 2 region. For example, evaluate the iterated integral, evaluate the iterated integral when the iterated integral represent here the limit of y is 1 to 3 by 2 and limit of x is y to 3 minus y, and the function y into dx into dy. Now if the integral it is minus 1 to 1 and minus x square of x square minus y into dy into dx. So now student, if dx multiplying by the function f of xy, this is called f of xy. In the first part, it is f of xy. What is the limit of x? Limit of x represent here h1 of y to h2 of y. It means the limit of x is y to 3 minus y. It means the limit of x in terms of y variable, and the limit of y is constant from 1 to 3 by 2. So that's why we call it type 2 region. How can we identify type 1 region and type 2 region? So first application, we identifying about these conditions, it is type 2 region. Now, when we consider the second application of the iterated integral, then what is f of xy? First we write x square minus y. The limit of y is g1 of x to g2 of x. Because y is a function of x, multiplying by dy first, it means it is a limit of y. So if we write here, the limit of y is minus x squared to x. But the limit of x is constant. It is x minus 1 to 1. So that's why we call it type 1 region. स्टूडेंट आपने अब ये बात ध्यान से रखनी है, समझनी है कि अगर फंक्शन के साथ dy मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा होगा और लिमिट ऑफ y इन टर्म्स ऑफ x होगी तो ये टाइप 1 रीजन होता है। और आसानी से समझने के लिए ये है कि अगर फंक्शन के साथ dx मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा है तो लिमिट ऑफ x जो है वो इन टर्म्स ऑफ y होगी, तो इस इंटीग्रल को हम टाइप 2 रीजन कंसीडर करते हैं और इस इंटीग्रल को हम टाइप 1 रीजन कंसीडर करते हैं। So it is a basic difference between type 1 region and type 2 region. After understanding the type 1 region and type 2 region, we will solve it. So for example, if we consider इसी application को student हम solve करेंगे according to the definition. So now if you integrate the limit of first part 1 to 3 by 2, it is the limit of y, and limit of x is y to 3 minus y, and the function it is y into dx into dy. So student, first we integrate of the given function with respect to x. So it means With respect to x, it is y of x, the limit from y to 3 minus y into dy. The limit of y is 1 to 3 by 2. And if you integrate for the second part, if you consider the second part, it is minus 1 to 1. It is the limit of x because it is constant when we consider type 2 region, and it is x squared to x. It is a limit of y in terms of x, and the function it is x square minus y into dy into dx. So student, when the function multiplying by dy, so this type of region is called type 1 region. When the function multiplying by dx, this type of region is called type 2 region. This is the basic difference between the type 1 region and type 2 region. Then we will solve it. If you integrate, student, with respect to y, it means the answer is x square minus x square y minus y square upon 2. Then we are applying the limit in the next step. It is minus x square, don't miss negative sign, into dx, and the limit x is minus 1 to 1. So if we find applying the limit 3 minus y minus y multiplying by y into dy, limit from 1 to 3 of y. So if we add 3 minus 2y and multiplying by y, it means 3y minus 2 times of y square into dy. First we add, then multiplying by y. So it means 3y minus 2y multiplied by y, it means minus 2y square. So it means the limit of x is, the limit of y is 3 by 2 from 1 to 3 by 2. So now if we integrate, after integration, we will put here, so it means x cube minus x square upon 2. When we are applying the upper limit, then negative sign, then applying the lower limit minus x square multiplying by x square, it means minus x raised to the power 4 minus sign x square square, it is x4, but minus square it is positive, so minus x4 upon 2 into dx. So if we write here, the limit of x is minus 1 to 1. So if we again put here x raised to the power 3 minus x square over 2 minus sign x4 with negative sign, when we put here, and minus x raised to the power 4 upon 2 and multiplying by dx. So student, if we multiplying together, both are similar, both are added, minus 1 and minus 1, it is minus 3 by 2 plus x cube minus x square over 2 into dx. So in the next step, if we integrate with respect to y, 3y square upon 2 minus 2y cube over 3. Then we are applying the limit 1 and 3 by 2. If we integrate with respect to x, student, so minus 3 by 2 as a constant number, x4 into dx, it is x5 over 5. plus sign x cube into dx, the integral it is x4 upon 4 minus 1 upon 2 as it is. The integral of x square into dx, it is x cube over 3. Then we are applying the limit minus 1 to 1. So if you find, when we put here the upper and lower limit, it is 3 times 3 over 2 square, it is 9 upon 4. 9 upon 4 multiplied by 2, it means 9 upon 8. Minus sign 2 upon 3 y cube, it means 3 cube, it is the cube of 3, it is 27. The cube of 2, it is 8. So 27 upon 8. But when we put here lower limit, it means it is 3 over 2. 1 square, it is 1. 1 upon 2 multiplied by 3. So it means 3 by 2. When we put here 1, so it means minus 2 over 3 for the first integral. So if you solve it, student, 27 over 8 minus 2 over 3, 27 over 8 minus, if we take LCM, 3 to the 6, 3 3 is a 9, 3 to the 6, 2 to the 4. And if we take common 27 over 8 in both, so if we take common 27 over 8, 1 minus 2 by 3 minus 5 over 6. Similarly, if we put here upper and lower limit, so minus 3 upon 10 as it is. When we put here 1, it is 1 upon 4 minus 1 over 6. And we are applying the upper limit, negative sign we are applying. And in the next, when we put here minus 1, so it means minus 1 upon 5 multiplying by minus minus plus 3 upon 10. When we put here minus 1, it is positive. So it means plus 1 upon 4 as it is. It has no change. Minus 1 upon 3, it means minus minus plus 1 over 6. So student, when we simplifying together, minus 1 upon 6 and minus 1 upon 6 minus 3 upon 10, it is plus minus minus. So minus 3 upon 10 minus 3 upon 10 plus 1 upon 4 minus 1 upon 4 plus 1 up minus 1 upon 6 minus 1 upon 6. When we multiplying the negative sign for the second bracket, multiplying by negative, so it should be changed. Both are added, both are similar sign, but they are opposite, so we will cancel each other. Minus 3 over 10 minus 3 over 10 means minus 6 over 10 and minus 2 over 6. If we take LCM, for example, LCM it is 60, so it means 10 to the 20 minus and minus 6 6 are 36, so it is minus 56 over 60. If you divide it by 4, so it means minus 1 over 14 minus 14 over 15 if we divide it by 4. So it will be your answer for type, it is type 1 region, the answer of type 1 region. Now if you solve it, 3 ones are 3, 3 minus 2, it is 1, 1 over 3, it is 27 upon 8. If we solve it, 3 9s are 27 minus 5 over 6. If we take LCM, student, 9 over 8 minus 5 over 6. The LCM of 8 and 6, it is, I think, 24. Or if you multiplying together, for example, 48, 8 6 are 24, 9 6 are 54, 6 8 are 44, 48, 5 8 are 40. So it means it is 14 upon 48. If we divide it by 2, so the answer it is 7 over 24. So student, we will find the answer of type 1 region and type 2 region. This answer it is called type 2 region answer, because it is a, this application is a type 2 region, or this application it is type 1 region. So student, we continue the lecture, and the next example, the next application of type 1 region, we will consider after that. So next application we will consider here, question number 2, evaluate the iterated integral double integral r to x minus y square into dA over the triangular region, enclosed between two lines, y is equals to minus x plus 1, y is equals to x plus 1 you have given, and y is equals to 3. So now first we make a diagram when we consider the x-axis and y-axis. And when we consider the value of x is 0, at this point it is called origin, it is 1, 2, or when we consider it is minus 1 and minus 2, for example. Similarly, the value of y, it is 1, 2, and 3. So student, at y is equals to 3, first we draw a line at this point, and it will be meet at this point and at this point. When we join together, and it is connect with 1, make a triangle. So it is called R2, it is called R1. The curve equation, it is y is equals to x plus 1 and y is equals to minus x plus 1, and the limit of x is minus 2 to 0, and the limit of x is 0 to 2. So these are the limits. So when the variable, the y in terms of x, it means according to this definition is called, it is type 1 region. So first we will consider the upper boundary of R आपके पास स्टूडेंट ये y की लिमिट जो है वो इन टर्म्स ऑफ x है, तो हम इसको सॉल्व कर रहे हैं, इट इज टाइप 1 रीजन के लिहाज से. So the upper boundary of R is the line y is equals to 3, और ये आपको स्टूडेंट क्वेश्चन में मेंशन है, y is equals to 3, and the lower boundary consists of, and the lower boundary consists of two parts. The line y is equals to minus x plus 1 to the left of the to the left of y axis, to the left of y axis, y is equals to minus, and the line y is equals to x plus 1, and the line y is equals to x plus 1 to the right, of y axis. So that the line integral are 2x minus y square into dy into dx, because it is a type 1 region, we will consider here according to given condition. So स्टूडेंट हम इसको इस रीजन को दो हिस्सों में डिवाइड कर रहे हैं, लेफ्ट और राइट के लिहाज से. तो R1 region of 2x minus y square into dy into dx plus sign double integral R 2x minus y square into dy into dx. It is called R2. So the limit of y is in terms of x minus x plus 1 to 3. It means if you see the diagram, y is equals to minus x to plus 3. It means the lower limit on the left hand side, it is a lower and it is upper. The lower limit of y is minus x plus 3 and the upper limit it is 3. So we write here the limit of y is minus x plus 1 to 3 and the limit of x is minus 2 to 0, because minus 2 to 0, and function as it is, student, 2x minus y square into dy into dx plus sign the second integral. If we write in this way, the limit of x is 0 to 2, because according to given diagram, the limit of x is 0 to 2 and the limit of y is x plus 1 to 3. Yes. So the limit of y is x plus 1 to 3 and the function 2x minus y square into dy into dx. Then we will integrate first with respect to y, then x, both integrals. So student, if we integrate with respect to y, it is 2xy minus y cube upon 3 for first integral into dx. The limit is the limit is minus x plus 1 to 3, and we put here in the next step minus x plus 1 to 3 and the limit of x is minus 2 to 0 plus sign similar, the value is 2xy minus y cube over 3, but the limit of y is here x plus 1 to 3 into dx. So when we put here, student, upper and lower limit, so the integral, it should be 2 times x into 3 minus sine 27 over 3, it means 9, when we are applying the upper limit, and when we applying the lower limit, it is 2x times minus of x plus 1. Minus of x plus 1 minus sine and minus x plus 1 whole cube over 3 for the first integral. Minus 2 to 0. For the second integral, student, plus sine 2 times of x 3 minus 3 cube, it is 27, divided by 3, it is 9. Similarly, minus sine, and the limit of y is 0 to 2. So the limit of y is 0 to 2. When we put here, the limit of x is 0 to 2. So when we put here and expand this value, so it means it is x plus 1 into this. So 2 times of x into x plus 1 minus x plus 1 whole cube over 3 into dx. So the student, if we simplifying together, for the first integral, the answer is the answer it is minus 2 to 0. It is 4x plus 2x square minus 9 plus 1 over 3 of minus x cube plus 3x square minus 3x plus 1 into dx. It is for first integral when is simplifying them. For the second integral, from the limit of x is 0 to 2, it is 4x minus 2x square minus 9 plus 1 over 3 x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 into dx. So student, when we further simplifying them, if we will integrate the integral of first function, it is 4 times x square over 2 x into dx, then plus sine 2 times of x cube over 3 minus 9 of x plus minus 1 over 3 x4 upon 4 plus 3 times of x square, 3 as it is, x square into dx, it means x cube over 3 minus 3x square over 2, and the last integral it is plus x. for the first integral. In the next step, we will applying the limit -2 to 0. Now for the second integral, 4 times of x square over 2 minus 2 times of the integral of x square, it is dx. X square into dx, it means x cube over 3 minus 9 of x plus 1 upon 3 x 4 upon 4 plus sine 3 divided by 3 in the next step. So plus 3 into x cube over 3 plus 3 times x square over 2 plus x, the limit from 0 to 2. Student, when we applying the limit upper and lower, the answer it is minus 68 over 3. So student, this application, it will be solved by type 1 region. Similarly, if we consider similar application, but when it will be converted into type 2 region, so that स्टूडेंट हम इस एप्लीकेशन को टाइप 2 रीजन से भी सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. तो अब हम इसी एप्लीकेशन को टाइप 2 रीजन में किस तरह कन्वर्ट करेंगे, ये हमने आपको एक्सप्लेन करना है. स्टूडेंट, आपके पास y की वैल्यू गिवन थी -x+1 फॉर द फर्स्ट कर्व, y इज इक्वल्स टू -x+1. एंड सेकंड इक्वेशन आपके पास गिवन थी y इज इक्वल्स टू x+1 एंड y इज इक्वल्स टू 3. तो हम क्या करते हैं स्टूडेंट, इसमें अगर मैं x को ट्रांसफर कर दूं ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड, सो इट मींस 1 माइनस y. सिमिलरली, और अगर मैं यहां पर 1 को ट्रांसफर कर दूं ऑन द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड, सो इट मींस y माइनस 1. तो x की लिमिट हमने इन टर्म्स ऑफ y कन्वर्ट कर दी. तो अब इस रीजन को हम किस तरह डायग्राम में डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. इफ यू कंसीडर विद द हेल्प ऑफ डायग्राम, x it is 1, 2 and 3, and x is 1, 2, minus 1, 2, minus 2. So if we consider the same application, अब हम स्टूडेंट इसको कंसीडर करते हैं कि x इज इक्वल्स टू 1 माइनस वाई एंड x इज इक्वल्स टू y माइनस 1. So it is lower limit of x and it is upper limit of x, but the line consider here this type of region. So student, we will integrate तो लिमिट ऑफ y जो है स्टूडेंट वो हमारी हो जाएगी 1 से 3. तो लिमिट ऑफ x इज हमने डिटरमिन करी 1 माइनस y2 y माइनस 1 एंड द लिमिट ऑफ y रिप्रेजेंट हियर 1 to 3. तो हम इस रीजन को कंसीडर कर रहे हैं टाइप 2 रीजन, कि जब y x की लिमिट हमने इन टर्म्स ऑफ y कन्वर्ट कर दी और लिमिट ऑफ y इज 1 to 3. So after when we applying the condition and find the integral, now what is type 2 region? Again we applying here type 2 region, consider as the function as it is 2x minus y square into dA, which is equals to the limit of x is in terms of y 1 minus y to y minus 1 and the limit of y is constant 1 to 3 and the function it is 2x minus y square. So स्टूडेंट आपको याद होना चाहिए कि टाइप 2 रीजन में हम dA के साथ जब कोई भी फंक्शन होता है तो उसके साथ क्या होता है, dx मल्टीप्लाई होता है, और जब dx मल्टीप्लाई होता है तो लिमिट ऑफ x इन टर्म्स ऑफ y कंसीडर होती है, इसलिए हम इस रीजन को टाइप 2 रीजन कंसीडर. So in the next step we will integrate with respect to x. 2x square over 2 minus y square x. Then we are applying the limit in the next step. 1 minus y to y minus 1 into dy. So student 2 divided by 2. Limit of y is 1 to 3. It is constant according to the definition of type 2 region because it is a limit of y. So if we put here x square, it means y minus 1 whole square minus y square of x. X means y minus 1 when we are applying the upper limit, or when we are applying the lower limit, student, it is x square means 1 minus y whole square minus sine y square of x. It means 1 minus y into dy. तो स्टूडेंट अब हम इसे सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे. If we simplifying together, so y square, if we expand a minus b whole square, so y square minus 2y plus 1 minus y cube plus y square minus 1 minus y square in the first part, and in the second part if we expand a minus b whole square, it is 1 minus 2y plus y square minus sine multiplying by y square into 1 minus y cube into dy. The limit from 1 to 3. So student, if we multiplying together and find the result, y square minus 2y minus minus plus 2y, it means minus 2y cancel to plus 2y minus y cube, and it is minus minus plus y cube, it means it should be cancelled. Right or wrong? There are two negative sign, so it will not cancel. Sorry for that. So it is minus y cube, is minus y. So y square plus y square, it is 2y square minus y cube in the first part, then negative sign plus 1 minus 1, they are cancel each other because both are opposite sign, but minus y square and minus minus plus y square, I think, minus minus plus y cube minus y cube into dy. So in the next step we will further simplifying. Minus y square plus y square cancel each other, and it is minus minus plus y square y cube. So it means 2y square minus 2 times of y cube. Minus y cube and minus y cube both are added. So student, we will integrate in the next step with respect to y. So 2 times of y cube over 3 minus 2 times of y4 upon 4. Then we are applying the limit 1 to 3. So 2 upon 3 and 3 cube, it is 27 minus 2 times of 3 raised to the power 4. If we divide it by 2, so it means it is 81 upon 2. 3 raised to the power 4, it means 81. When we are applying the upper limit, the next lower limit 2 over 3 minus 1 upon 2. So 27 over 2, it is 54 upon 3. Or if we divide it by 3 9s are 27, so the answer it is 18 if you write directly. So 18 minus 81 upon 2 in the first part. Now in the second part, if we take LCM 3 to the 6, it is 4 minus 2 3 to the 6, it is 3. So the answer it is 18 2s are 36 minus 81 over 2 in the first part minus 1 over 6. 36 minus 81, 11 minus 6, it is 5. 7 minus 3, it is 4. So 45 over 2 minus 1 over 6. If we take LCM, 6 and 2, the LCM it is 6. So 2 3s are 6, it means minus 135 minus 1. So it means minus 136 over 6. If we divide by 2, 2 3s are 6, 2 6 are 12, 2 8s are 16. So minus 68 over 3. तो स्टूडेंट हमने ये एप्लीकेशन की जिसमें हमने टाइप 1 और टाइप 2 रीजन को कंसीडर किया और टाइप 1 रीजन और टाइप 2 रीजन से उसी एप्लीकेशन को हमने सॉल्व किया इन टू मैनर्स टाइप 1 रीजन और आपने देखा कि स्टूडेंट दोनों का आंसर क्या है सिमिलर है बिकॉज द फंक्शन इट शुड बी सिमिलर बट इफ यू कंसीडर टाइप 1 रीजन और टाइप 2 रीजन बोथ रिजल्ट्स आर वेरीफाइड बोथ आर सिमिलर तो ये हमारा था टाइप 1 टाइप 2 रीजन अब एक और प्रॉब्लम हम कर रहे हैं स्टूडेंट इफ वी फाइंड द वॉल्यूम the next question if you find the volume in terms of type 1 region and type 2 region so find the volume of the solid bounded by the cylinder x square plus y square equals to 4 and the planes और planes की इक्वेशन आपको स्टूडेंट गिवन है x y plus z equals to 4 and z is equals to 0 स्टूडेंट ये आपको सिलेंडर की इक्वेशन गिवन है सिलेंडर फॉर्म्ड हो रहा है विद द हेल्प ऑफ सर्किल रेडियस इट इज 2 these two equations are called plane equation and y plus z is equals to 4 and z is equals to 0 so find the volume फॉर्मूला आपके पास स्टूडेंट क्या होता है डबल इंटीग्रल r f of x y into dA ये वॉल्यूम फाइंड करने का स्टूडेंट फार्मूला होता है फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू सॉल्व इट बाय टाइप 1 रीजन हम इस एप्लीकेशन को स्टूडेंट दोनों मेथड से सॉल्व कर सकते हैं टाइप 1 और टाइप 2 रीजन so we will consider here type 1 region now what is type 1 region when we solve it double integral r f of x y into dy into dx जब फंक्शन के साथ स्टूडेंट dy मल्टीप्लाई होता है तो y की जो लिमिट्स होती है वो क्या होती है इन टर्म्स ऑफ x होती है तो हम यहां से इन टर्म्स ऑफ x इस सर्किल की इक्वेशन को यूज करते हुए सिलेंडर की इक्वेशन को यूज करते हुए स्टूडेंट यहां से हम y की वैल्यू इन टर्म्स ऑफ x डिटरमिन कर सकते हैं तो y स्क्वायर इज इक्वल्स टू 4 minus x square and when we taking square root on both side it means y plus 1 plus minus 4 minus x square स्टूडेंट यहां हमने y की लिमिट डिटरमिन कर ली अब हम x की लिमिट कैसे डिटरमिन करेंगे अगर हम इस इक्वेशन में स्टूडेंट x y को 0 कर दें तो हमारे पास x की लिमिट भी फाइंड आउट हो जाएगी सो वी पुट हियर y is equals to 0 then x square plus 0 is equals to 4 it means x square is equals to 4 and x is equals plus minus 2. So स्टूडेंट इस तरह हमने x और y दोनों की लिमिट्स डिटरमिन कर ली. y की लिमिट्स in terms of x and the limit of x is constant. So we will integrate with the help of type 1 region. When we applying here, the limit of y is minus 4 minus x square in the square root, 4 minus x square in the square root, and the limit of x is minus 2 to 2. This friend, y in terms of x and function you have given, function आप कहाँ से determine करेंगे स्टूडेंट? Can you define it? इस इक्वेशन को हम यूज करते हुए फंक्शन यहां से डिटरमिन कर सकते हैं. व्हाट इज z? z इज इक्वल टू 4 माइनस वाई. सो z डिपेंड करता है f of x y पे, so it means it is called function. So we will put here what is f of x y? It is 4 minus y. So स्टूडेंट यहां पर हम 4 minus y पुट कर देंगे. This is called function and function multiplying by dy into dx. So this is called type 1 region. तो हम स्टूडेंट इस प्रॉब्लम को वॉल्यूम फाइंड कर रहे हैं. हम टाइप 1 और टाइप 2 रीजन दोनों से इस एप्लीकेशन को हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, टाइप 1 रीजन से भी और टाइप 2 रीजन. सम एप्लीकेशन स्टूडेंट ऐसी होती हैं जिसमें दोनों रीजन से आप सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते, बट इट डिपेंड ऑन द कंडीशन कि आपको क्वेश्चन में कंडीशन किस टाइप की गिवन है. तो फर्स्ट वी विल इंटीग्रेट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू y. 4y minus y square upon 2, the limit of y minus 4 minus x square, 4 minus x square, it is positive, into dx, and the limit of x is minus 2 to 2. So student, when we put here, applying the upper limit and lower limit, 4 minus x square minus 4 minus x square का root, it means 4 minus x square upon 2. It is upper limit, and the lower limit it is, when we put here minus sign, so it means minus 4 times 4 minus x square. But when we put here student minus sign as it is, minus square it is positive, and 4 minus x square without root, because root and square root up, they are cancel each other, whole upon 2 into dx, and the limit of x is minus 2 to 2. अगर आप स्टूडेंट इसको देखें कि माइनस मल्टीप्लाइंग बाय दिस माइनस, इट मींस इट शुड बी पॉजिटिव. दे आर सिमिलर बट दे आर अपोजिट, so they are cancel each other. But for the next term, minus minus plus, plus 4 plus 4, it is 8. 8 into 4 minus x square into dx. ये हमारे पास स्टूडेंट कंडीशन आ गई. अब यहां पर इंटरमीडिएट में हमने एक फार्मूला स्टडी किया था, वो हमारे पास कंडीशन, अगर आपके पास इंटीग्रल इस टाइप का आ जाए a स्क्वायर माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर, तो वी विल पुट हियर x इज इक्वल्स टू a sin theta. What is a? A is 2, the constant number. So if we applying this condition and find the integral, so the x is equals to a sin theta, and the limit of theta it is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. इस कंडीशन में हमेशा स्टूडेंट हम थीटा की लिमिट ये कंसीडर करेंगे. तो इस पूरे फंक्शन को, जो आपके पास रेक्टेंगुलर कोऑर्डिनेट में फंक्शन मौजूद है, हम इसको कन्वर्ट कर देंगे स्टूडेंट किसमें? पोलर कोऑर्डिनेट्स में. सो इफ वी सॉल्व इट, व्हाट इज a? A is 2, so 2 square minus x is equals to a, it means 2 times of sin theta whole square in the square root. What is dx? If you find the derivative, for example, if x is equals to 2 sin theta, so the derivative of x is dx is equals to 2 times of cos theta into d theta. So dx is equals to 2 times of cos theta into d theta, and the limit of x is converted in, it will be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So student, we will integrate. So 4 minus 4 sine squared theta into 2 cos theta into d theta. The limit is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. It is 8. So when we taking common 4 into 1 minus sine square theta, 2 times of cos theta into d theta, it is minus pi by 2. It is 8. So student, 1 minus sine square theta is equals to cos square theta. The root of 4, it is 2. So 8 to the 16 into 2, it is 32. So it means cos square theta in the square root and cos theta into d theta. So square root, they will be cancel each other. Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. If we multiplying together in the next step, 32 minus pi by 2 cos square theta. Student, you know very well कि cos square theta का इंटीग्रल हमारे पास नहीं होता, तो यहाँ पर हम अप्लाई करते हैं सब्स्टिट्यूशन. तो cos square theta is equals to 1 minus cos 2 theta, 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 2. So we will applying here substitution. तो जब स्टूडेंट पावर स्क्वायर के फॉर्म में होती है तो हम इसमें सब्स्टिट्यूशन अप्लाई करेंगे और इंटीग्रेट करेंगे. So 32 as it is, 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 2 into d theta minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. 2 divided by 32, it means 16 in the next step. So it means 16 minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. 1 multiplying by d theta, it means d theta, and minus cos 2 theta into d theta. The integral from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So student, when we applying find the integral, it is theta minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. And for the next part, minus the integral of sine cos theta, it is sine theta sine 2 theta upon 2 minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. After integration and applying the limit in both cases, so when we put here student sine pi by 2, it means 2 divided by 2, sine pi is 0, so it means this value should be 0. So the first term it should be, when we applying here upper limit and lower limit, it is minus minus plus pi by 2. So pi by 2 plus pi by 2, it is pi, so it means 16 pi. It's your volume. So यहाँ पर हमने स्टूडेंट प्रॉब्लम की टाइप 1 रीजन की, कि जिसमें हमने टाइप 1 रीजन से वॉल्यूम को डिटरमिन किया. यहाँ पर हम स्टूडेंट इस प्रॉब्लम को टाइप 2 रीजन से भी सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. और एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वाई स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 4, इसमें से हम लिमिट ऑफ एक्स डिटरमिन कर सकते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ वाई. ठीक है, और फिर हम जब इन दोनों को फर्दर सॉल्व करें तो लिमिट ऑफ वाई भी कांस्टेंट में डिटरमिन हो सकती है. एंड वी कंपेयर टुगेदर एंड फाइंड द लिमिट ऑफ एक्स. तो सम टाइप्स ऑफ एप्लीकेशन स्टूडेंट, हम इसे टाइप 1 और टाइप 2 रीजन दोनों से सॉल्व किया जा सकते हैं. तो इसी तरह ये जो हमने प्रॉब्लम डिस्कस किया आपसे, वो टाइप 1 रीजन और टाइप 2 रीजन से दोनों से हम डिटरमिन कर सकते हैं. So thank you very much. God bless you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.